Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of live content review using technical analysis. So the flow for today will be same as per usual. First, I will go through the US economic calendar. And afterwards, the indices and commodities. Then followed by some of the sectors like the FAANGM, US Bank, Semicons, and EVs. And last but not least, will be the counters that you have dropped in the Q&A. Yeah, so without further ado, I'll begin. Today, something to take note will be that there's no trading tonight because it's Washington's birthday. And then throughout the whole week, there's still some Fed speaks going on. For example, tonight and tomorrow as well. Going to Wednesday, there's some other stuff like building permits, 9:30 p.m. Thursday will be the bottom one, will be the FOMC meeting minutes. That's at 3 a.m. on Thursday. Afterwards, you have your usual jobless claims at 9:30 p.m. Then the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index at 9:30 as well. Some more Fed speaks as well. Then on Friday, crude oil inventories data. That's at 1 a.m. Okay. And then afterwards, Friday night, something to look at will be also the S&P Global manufacturing as well as the services PMI data at 10:45 p.m. Also the Michigan and Asian consumer expectations at 11 p.m. as well. So that's roughly it for the economic calendar this week. Okay, then I'll move on to the indices and commodities. First up, I'll look at is Bitcoin. So I think for Bitcoin, relatively just very flat for the past week. So it just did nothing much. Just moving sideways, support around 95K, resistance around 98.5K. So I think for now we could still maybe see this kind of price action continue. Um, Above 98.5K, the next resistance level is probably closer to 100.5K as well, where we have this downwards resistance line and also this previous support, this strong support level that turned into a resistance recently as well. Then for support below 94, 95K, the next key level will again be the 92K support over here, which has held price previously in the past. So I think for Bitcoin now, just still sideways unless we break above or below this support resistance at 92 or 1,100K levels. And then next one I'll talk about is Dow Jones. So Dow Jones also just consolidating um sideways still. I think it's possibly in a bit of a descending triangle over here. So the key horizontal support is around 44K, but then recently we have this trend line resistance that's holding the price down. So for now, some resistance 44.7K. But I think if the index can close above it, start this week, then perhaps we could test 45K again. Yeah, then see whether it can break out of this consolidation or not. So maybe still a bit of range bound consolidation unless there's a break above 44.7, yeah, for Dow Jones. Next one is Nasdaq. Nasdaq very range bound. You can see over here, but some good signs is that last week, if you look at the price action, there was a break out of this downwards resistance line over here on Thursday, when Thursday over here above 19.7K. So I think for now it's still quite good, but some resistance from 20K to 20.2K over here still. So I think but for now, I think what I want to see is that if the index touch a resistance again, then if there's a pullback, if it forms a higher low, let's say like above 19.7, 19.8, this level, then I think there could be a chance for a breakout afterwards. So I think for now, still looking kind of positive, I think, in terms of the price action, even though it's in a range bound still for now. Then for S&P, S&P is a strong, I think one of the strongest ones. So for this one on Thursday, it broke out this downwards resistance line over here. And then also 6,100 is the key resistance level, but then it was able to hold above this level for Thursday and Friday. So I think it's a sign of strength. As long as if there's a back test, I think if it stays above 6,000 70, 6,080, I think is still likely positive. And I think I would expect new highs ahead, given this kind of price action. Yeah, so for indices, still range well, but I think I'm still leaning more towards bullish bias. Next one I'll talk about is gold. So for gold, I think last week was a bit sideways, some resistance around 2,140. In terms of the moving average, continued still very strong, continued to hold at the 10-day moving average in red over here. So I think if it still holds around here, we might be seeing a bit of a bull flag over here between 2880 to about 2940. So maybe a bit of a consolidation for now. But if you can hold this recent support level at 2880, then we could maybe still see some new highs ahead. To test the main uptrend channel resistance, which is over here. So for if it does test the channel resistance, I would think that could be around like 2960, 2970 area over here for gold. Yeah. Then moving on to next one is WTI oil. So for WTI oil, I think still a bit of a weakness last week. Following the breakdown of this 72.5 level, last week we had a retest at the start of this week. To retest this breakdown level as well as this trendline breakdown level as well, and found resistance and pull back afterwards. So now back at 70.5 at this level, have a bit of a support to do a bit of a range bound, but we still expect some resistance ahead from 72.5 onwards. If there's a breakdown below 70.5, then the next support level could be around 68.5. So still a bit of weakness here recently, given the pullback for WTI. Then next one for VIX, I think back at the support level over here. So that's around 15. So let's see whether it continues to hold as a support or not. If it does, then I think for now near-term resistance around 17 over here. Then if it breaks below this 15 level, we could maybe see VIX go a bit lower towards back to close to 12.7 to about 13.3 about there. It's the next support level for VIX. Then last but not least, I'll talk about is copper. Yeah, for did a short break above 4.73 over here, but was unable to hold over a bit. So I think still holding some resistance over a bit. I would expect a little bit of a pullback for now. Yeah, so some support level for now like 4.6 this level, and then next one below is like 4.52. So maybe a bit of a pullback. So that's it for the indices and commodities. I'll move on to the sectors. First one I'll talk about is the FAANGM stocks. So I'll start with Meta. So Meta, I think overall price action is still very strong. Definitely one of the strongest counters, continue to form all-time highs. So we look at the moving average in blue, which is a 5-day MA, still holding above it throughout the whole of last week, still maintaining above the 710 breakout level as well. So I think with that, we could still see we're still likely to see price make higher highs given the current bullish trend again. Yeah, next for now is around 736. I think next resistance level could be maybe somewhere close to like 750 next, yeah, for Meta. The next one is Amazon. So for Amazon, this one I think for now still sideways. Last week we saw it continued to hold this 228 support level, which was a prior resistance over here. Still holding as support, but I think there's still some weakness because price is still below the 5-day moving average in blue over here, and then a bit of a weak bounce where we keep seeing the price test the support but lower highs along the way. So I think if there's a breakdown below this support level around 227, 228 this week, we could maybe see a bit of a further pullback, perhaps towards closer to somewhere like 220 to 222 area, which was previously this horizontal support area over here. There's also confirmed with this uptrend channel support over here. So this is the blue color channel is the main uptrend channel he has been trading in most of the time. So if there's a further pullback, I think we could maybe see price test this level closer to a 222 if there's a break below 227 at start this week. Yeah, so that's for Amazon. And for Apple, a bit of a strength last week. So this was actually bound in this very tight consolidation between like 227 to 223. Then middle of the week, they managed to break above it. And then some bullish price action to end the week as well with a break above this downwards resistance line. So and price recovering above this 239 level at the end of the week. So I think for now there's still some strength. I think we could maybe see price go a little bit higher to retest this 247 level again. I think here would likely pose a bit of short-term resistance given the run out for like 4 days already. And this was also the high gap up price when after the results on higher volume as well. Previously, this was like a support level, key support level here. So I think this level 247 could still have a bit of resistance for a price that does test this level. We see a bit of pullback out, but let's see. I want to see whether price actually if it does do a bit of retest of this downwards resistance line and maybe like 240, whether it can hold as a support. If it can, I think we could maybe see continue higher highs ahead. So let's see how it goes. And next one I'll talk about is Netflix. Yeah, for Netflix, I think overall still very strong. You can see this one. Last week just still respecting the 5 and 10 day moving averages, which is blue and red. So this one just a bit of a pullback at start of the week towards a 10-day MA. Afterwards, we continue to see price break above this 1,030 level and continue to make new highs. So I think with that, same as Meta, one of the strongest the FAANGM stocks out there now. So I think we're still likely to see new highs ahead. Now around 1,058. Next level of resistance possibly around 1,100 about there. Yeah. So I think continuing on the bullish momentum since the breakout of this range consolidation and then a bit of a retest and then continue to move upwards. Then next one is Alphabet, Google. So for this one, I think still looking a bit of a just weakness. So continue to remain below this 187, 188 previous support level, and then following the breakdown over here, still holding as resistance. But then this one, this gap up over here at $181 still holding as some support. So I think for now it's just range from between 181 to 187, 188 about that. Then yeah, for now we could maybe still see some bit of a range consolidation. But then if it breaks below this 181, maybe we could feel this price gap over here at 176 lah. So this was like this was like a previous horizontal level as well. So a bit of a weakness still for now for Alphabet, a bit similar to Amazon, I think. Then last but not least, I'll talk about is Microsoft. So for Microsoft, this one also just moving such sideways at the support level. So this one still a bit of weakness because I feel that since the breakdown of this blue trendline support over here at 413, I'm still unable to try and go back a bit. It's been like a week. And then it's just holding around this horizontal support level around 407. So a bit of a sideways still. Yeah, so maybe we could still like see a bit of sideways between 407 to maybe like 415 for now. Yeah, then if it does break below the swing lows of last week, like for around 404, then maybe we could see like it go lower towards like 400, this swing over here. Yeah, so this one also looking very good. So in general, for the FAANGM, we can see the very mixed performance. You have leaders like Meta, Netflix leading the way, but then some of the other counters like Microsoft, your Google, your Amazon still looking like a bit just moving sideways. So yeah. Then next sector I'll talk about is the banks. So first I'll start with the XLF, Spiders Financial Sector Fund. So this one I think still positive last week. Just a bit of a retracement at the start of the week, still holding some resistance at 52. But good thing is there's still higher low being formed over here. Then higher low being formed around 50.9. Then I think another test of the resistance to at the end of the week at 52 again. So I think if it breaks above 52 again, I think that it most likely will be able to break out. Yeah, so just doing a bit of a sideways consolidation, still not bad at previous resistance, still holding a support higher lows of the week. So yeah, I think likely to see the strength continue maybe this week. Now I'll move on to the four banks. First of all, I'll start with JP Morgan. So JP Morgan, this one just moving a bit sideways last week to the retest of the this one just pull back and then retest the breakout at 270, then rebound back to and hit 278. This level continue to hold as a bit of resistance. So for now, moving in a bit of range. But as long as this 270 holds as support, I think I'm still okay. Then it break above 278. Maybe next level it hits 290 about that. In the range 270, 278, maybe like close to $10. Yeah, so this one's still positive. See price is still holding above the 5 and 10 day moving averages as well. where this level where start of the week where it did a back test over here held as support. So overall, still very strong trend. And next one is Wells Fargo. Yeah, Wells Fargo also just moving sideways last week. But good thing is that this previous resistance breakout level at $78 still holding as support over here, then it just rebounded over here. So maybe it's still a bit of a resistance, perhaps at 81.30 day swing high, even though it looks like a bit of a range for now. But I think as long as we can see price holding above 78 and that's still positive, then I would expect new highs ahead. Yeah, just a bit of a consolidation for now for Wells Fargo. Then for Bank of America, let's take a look. Bank of America, oh yeah, this one also very sideways. Yes, support is like whenever it comes close to like 45, 45.50 to 46, then resistance around 47.70. So yeah, but positive one still moving, still having higher lows. This one like from this swing low, this swing low, and this swing low. So higher swing lows along the way at the same resistance. So I think maybe still a bit of a consolidation. If it keeps up this trend, I think we're likely to see a new highs going ahead as well. Then last but not least is Citigroup. Now Citigroup, okay, this one looks the strongest out of them all for now. So just this one break out above the resistance at $82 on Friday. So I think this one, yeah, we could likely see increased momentum ahead. So let me see what's the next possible resistance level for Citi. Yeah, so above 82, next level, I will see previously around close to $90. Then above $90 is about 110, I think about that. Yeah, so maybe you look at probably whether it can hit $90 next first amount. So this one, I think for now, looking on the strongest among the four banks now. In general, for the banking sector, you can see still looking quite good, maintaining a strength, moving a bit, consolidating a bit sideways, and then I think likely to still see new highs continuing on the uptrend. And then next sector I'll talk about is the semicons. So for semicons, I think this one, just nothing too much for now, still just range bound. Yeah, last week another retest of the test of this swing high resistance 5160 about there. Then some positive things is that we are seeing a bit of a higher lows along the way, and then price is just holding over here with higher low around 5,000, and then breaking the resistance, this short resistance at 5,100 end of the week. So I think if you can see this level hold as a support 5,100, then perhaps there could be a chance that if it does break above 5160 this week, and then maybe you could see some strength in semicons perhaps towards like whether it can close this gap at 5,300 for the Philadelphia semicon index. Yeah, so that's it. Still a bit range bound, but a bit more bullish price action seen last week over here. Then I'll move on to NVIDIA. Yeah, so NVIDIA, this one I think is still quite strong. Last week, we test this level at 120, 130, managed to still hold, break out of it, then yeah, continue to hold as support and then move upwards. So I think this level still hold 130, still holding as support. We're still likely to see a bit of an upwards move at the start of this week. I think could likely close out this gap over here around 142. So next resistance level is this 140 to 145 zone over here. Previously, this was like there was some swing high being formed over here before the gap down. And then this 140 was also like a level over here as well. So this is the next resistance area that I think you could test and maybe face some resistance. Yeah, so for that's for NVIDIA. Then next one looking at AMD. AMD just moving sideways, but I think personally think that it could be a bit interesting soon because this one just moving sideways. The volume has back went down again. Retest of the breakdown level at 115 over here, but it's coming close to this downtrend channel, the end of this downtrend channel over here. So let's see whether it can try to break above it. So if it can break above it, like 115 over here and still hold as support, then I think it could be interesting. So I think I'm also looking at this. as well this week. So whether AMD can recover back for this breakdown level. If you can't, then maybe still see a bit of sideways, like between 105 to 115 for now. So let's see how it goes. Then next one is TSM. TSM just a bit of a slight weakness. So this one, price was unable to hold this 205 level over here, which tried to stand above. Then a breakdown on Thursday, then still holding as a bit of resistance on Friday. So for now, it looks like a bit of a range bound taking place. Some support levels for now 198, which is this swing low, still holding on Friday. And if it can't hold, then next support level it could test against this 192 level over here. So I think for now it's a bit range bound between like 198 to like 205 over here for now. Just yeah. That's for TSM. Then for ASML, yeah, ASML I think is still okay. This one last week, still holding 720. Then it broke above this, tried to do a breakout this 740, 750 level, this resistance level here. Then there was a bit of a back test on Friday. So if this level we can see hold as some support over here, then I think it's positive. Where it's starting to form a bit of a higher lows over here, where 720, the key resistance level previously turning into a support lah over here. Then you can hold a higher low 750 breakout. Then I think perhaps you could challenge 780s again. Then next resistance level upwards would be around close to 810. This level over here for ASML. Okay, then next one is Marvel. So this one just a bit of a weakness last week. We just retraced back to the support zone again. This one's 104, 105, and found a bit of a support over here again. So I think this for now a bit of like a double bottom. This level at 100 to 104 support. If previously there was a gap down and bounce over here, so came back to this level. I'm expecting a bit of a bounce start of this week, but I think some resistance could come in around 111, 112. This level is this level over here where this was a support, this was a swing low support level, and then some resistance over here before it broke down even further. So we might I think I'll expect some sort of a bounce start of this week perhaps for Marvel to sort of retest this resistance level. Then next one is Micron. So Micron, this one I think last week not bad. Still just broke on Friday. We had a breakout of this range over here. So just between this 88 to 96 about there. So I think it's positive. I will expect some further bounce ahead to retest this 103, 104 level to close out this gap here. Some resistance perhaps. Then the next resistance level upwards would be likely around 109, 110. This swing high level, these two swing highs previously. So hopefully you can catch a bit of momentum after the breakout of this consolidation here. Okay, then last two counters I'll talk about is Broadcom as well as Intel. So Broadcom, I think this one just moving very tight range last week, interesting. So still positive as looking in terms of price action wise. This 220 level previously was a swing low support. Then over here there was a bit of a resistance, but then price kept out above it and continued to hold above this level. And so for now, resistance around 237. If you can break above this level, I would expect price to go to retest this horizontal resistance next around 247 to 251 this area again. So this one just moving a bit sideways, see whether I can break out. Then last but not least, Intel, which caught a lot of attention last week. Intel, after the news, there was just very strong momentum. We can see the volume surged, and then breaking above key levels as well. This 22 level swing high with this hammer, and then move upwards to retest this support breakdown at 24. So I think this one, if you can hold this 22 level over here, I think we could still see maybe some upside Yeah, so this one is trying to break out this range between like 19 to 22 over here. So if it does a backtest a whole as support, then maybe you could see price continue to move a bit higher towards like this next level around 26 over here. Then 20 above 26, the next level of resistance could be around 20, close to 29, where there was previously this gap down over here. So for Intel, let's see whether it can try to do a bit of a reversal in the short term. Okay, that's it for the semicons. Last one, I'll move on to the EVs, then I'll start answering the questions. So for Tesla, I think this one, yeah, there was some weakness, but then some rebound at the end of the week. So this one, it went all the way down, like this swing low, close to 330, then there was a bit of rebound. So for now, I think for now, there could still be some weakness if it does still hold the 10-day moving average over here. So this was previously like when it broke below this 407 level over here, this red color line, this 10-day moving average turned to a resistance. Then subsequently, for now that is standing above the 5-day MA but below the 10-day MA. So if it still remains below this 360 level, we could maybe see a bit of a slight pullback again to maybe test the support in at 330. Yeah. So maybe a bit of a range bound kind of movement perhaps at this week if it still holds 360 as recent. But if you can break above that, I think for now the next resistance level could be around 377 again, which was this breakdown level. There's still likely to hold as resistance as well. So I think overall still quite weak. I think just a bit of a slight rebound for now. Then see whether the 10-day MA here will hold as a resistance again or not, similar to over here. Okay, next one I'll talk about is Xpeng. So for Xpeng, this one I think still looking strong. A bit of a pull. After hitting some resistance level, I think close to 7.5, a bit of a pullback. But then it's still holding this 15.5 level, this breakout level over here, and a bit of a rebound. So as long as this still holds, I think it's still positive. Uh, it was a 20-day ME as well. Then now it's currently back above the 5 and 10-day on Friday as well. So I think we could still see price retest this 70.7 swing high again, or even make higher highs towards. Let's see, the next swing high resistance is around close to 20, this 19.96. So I think overall still looking quite good for Xpeng. Then for Neo just still moving sideways, but I think let's see whether I can catch a bit of momentum as well. If you can break above this like 4.55 the swing high last week, maybe you can bounce a bit, maybe towards like this 4.8, 4.9 level over here again. Yeah, since it's just consolidating over here for now, but yeah, see whether it tests this resistance level a few times, see whether I can try to break out a bit. And last but not least, Rivian. I think this one looking a bit better last week. Just was able to break out this $13 resistance. So with that, maybe it could rebound slightly towards the next resistance around 15 over here, which was this previous resist resistance. Then was a breakdown. Then over here we test became resistance. So this is a key level to look at. $15. Yeah. So that's it for the EVs. I'll move on to the Q&A segment. Okay, first one is IBY, your counters SMCI, Berkshire, Hathaway, and Novo Nordisk. So first one, SMCI, I think this one also recently we had some movements. So this one last week, I think was broke above this $38 resistance level, then a bit of a kind of flag pattern over here. Then end of on Friday, it broke above the $43 resistance to retest this 48 swing high again. So over here, I think it's quite close to the resistance area already. So in terms of previously, I drew this downwards channel over here in blue. It's like this is the main downwards channel. It's probably trading in. Over here, like $51 would be some resistance as well, based on the channel. And then over here, previously there was this gap down there was this gap over here. It's around $51.30 as well. So I will expect some resistance from this 48 to 51 area for the time being, given the run up lah. So perhaps a bit of a slight pullback. See whether it can hold. Uh, See whether it can form a higher low along the way. Since it just ran up quite a lot already, from 20 plus to 40 plus for now. The next one is Berkshire Hathaway. I think this one's still looking quite good. A bit of a range consolidation resistance at 473, but higher lows will form along the way. This was like a double bottom at 457, and then this higher low last week they managed to break out of it. So I would expect price to continue to move higher. So the resistance zone for now is at 485 to 491. So still move higher. Then overall, bigger picture wise, still range bound when you look at since September of last year. It's just moving sideways, mainly from 440s to 490. So I think this might still hold a bit of resistance, but let's see if you can continue a trend of higher lows along the way, then there could be a chance of still a breakout in the future lah. I think this one's still looking good for now. Okay, next one is Novo Nordisk. Yeah, this one just still just weakness last week. So from the resistance area 88, just pull back all the way back. Could not hold this 81 level and then ended the week close to this swing was 78. So I think this one, I think I will expect a bit of a slight bounce, but still likely to hold a bit of resistance right from this breakdown level 81 for now, given like the way it fell. Yeah, then we see the weekly chart. Weekly chart is still there's still some resistance because this is a downtrend, then previous is still holding resistance at 5 and 10-day moving averages over here. Similarly, currently is over here as well. So there's also a chance that we could still see a further pullback here. Like if it fails to hold like this 77, 78, that will make the next support level be closer to about, there's one level over here at 74, 74, 70. Then after that, the next key level is closer to $71. Yeah, so I think overall still be a weakness for now for Novo Nordisk. Okay, hi Steve. Your contact's MSI, Intel, SMH. Okay, I'll talk about MSI and SMH. So for this one, Motorola Solutions. Okay, I think it was originally consolidating sideways, looking okay with a breakout of 472, but then on Wednesday it broke below this level and then retested 163, and then I think there was a high volume sell down as well. I think probably earnings. Yeah, so this one went all the way down below a few support levels like 452 and 443 here as well. So from the current momentum, maybe we could still see a bit of a downwards pressure to maybe retest the next support level at 420, 430 over here. Yeah, so that's for Motorola. I think need to see when it starts to stop the selling. Then I think we could maybe see a bit of a slight rebound there. Yeah, for now I think Friday the same momentum is very strong. So maybe we could still see a bit of a lower low over here. And for the SMH, which is the VanEck Semicon ETF, this one similar to the stocks index I shared earlier. So this one I think is looking better with higher lows being formed and at this resistance 250. So if you can hold 250 as a support over here, I think there's a chance that it could move a bit higher to try to close out the gap 261, which is the horizontal resistance over here for SMH. Okay, hi Alan, your counters TMAT, Elf, Cloudflare, Upstart, and S. Okay, for Applied Materials, let's take a look. Okay, for applied materials, this one I think generally still um very range, but some weakness after the results where price was just broke below this consolidation around 174. Some support level here around 170, but need some confirmation to see whether it can hold over here. But I think likely still a bit of weakness lah, because it was consolidating sideways over here. Then after the earnings, then there was a gap down over here on higher volume. So over here, I think some reason for now will be this 174, 175. Next support level could be also at 162. So I think for now we need to see whether when it starts to stop this selling first. Then maybe we could do a bit of a bounce then. Okay, then for Elf Beauty, okay, this one, let me just take a look. Okay, this one I think after earnings there was a big gap down over here, then just moving flat afterwards. Yeah, so I think currently it's reconnecting with the 5-day moving average and close to the 10-day. This area might be a bit of a resistance between like $74 to $80 lah. I think given that it's currently in a downtrend. So I think we can still be a resistance. Maybe you could still see a bit of a slight pullback to retest the recent lows again. Like this is 63, 64 about there. Next support level could be around 58, around there, because previously there was a gap. This was like a gap up, and then this was a resistance before that as well. Okay, next one, Cloudflare. I think this one overall still quite strong. Let me see. Yeah, for Cloudflare, this is currently, I think a bit of a bull flag, possibly. So after previously was consolidating sideways after the results, I think up, then continue move sideways, lower volume. And then moving average wise, I think it's around the 5-day MA. So I think for now, if you can hold this, and then there's some support level currently this at 169 about that. So you can hold around this level, do a bit of consolidation. I think there could still be a possibility of it going higher given that it's this uptrend. Next resistance level above 176, I think could be around 183, 183 about there. Yeah, so that's for cloud. I think just consolidating a bit sideways for now. For Upstart, I think this one is also there was a gap up after the earnings over here. Then retested the resistance area in 7, tried to push above it, but then came back down. Yeah, so it just hang around there on Friday to end the week, $82. So over here, I think it will be interesting to see whether can form a higher low along the way. So given that this is also some resistance at 81, $82, then currently it's close to the 5-day MA. So if you can consolidate a higher low around here, then I think it's still overall still positive. Yeah. But for now, this one is in the range bound. So it's generally between 68 to like 88. Yeah, but previous trend before that was in the uptrend. So this was maybe a bit of a sideways consolidation, but it can form a higher low. I think still be positive for it to continue the uptrend. If you can break out of this 88 again, I think it's quite positive to move high, which will mean a breakout of this range consolidation. So next possible levels upwards, maybe is around 107, maybe a 107 and 123 about there. Okay, the next one is S is Sentinel-1. Yeah, for Sentinel-1, this one think this one just looks like it's moving upwards gradually, or simply there could be a trend line over here. Yeah. So I think possibly along this upward support line, previous resistance line to support 23 as well as now 24 price breaking above the resistance. So I think yeah, we could still see maybe price inch up higher towards to try to retest this support breakdown previously around 26. This might have some resistance. So I think yeah, could just gradually trend upwards for now for Sentinel one. As long as the uptrend is our support line holds, I think for now still okay. Okay, hi Melvin, Constellation. Next NEE RGTI Lulu. So for Constellation Energy, this one I think is moving a bit sideways. So I think this one I think is still lightly okay. So after the gap down over here previously, this previous recent 283 still holding as support. And after that just moving sideways but higher lows along the way. Looking like a build up over here. For now, very tight range and moving averages are converging together. So if there's a break of this resistance, I would expect price will sort of recover higher to maybe fill out this gap over here around 340, 350 in the short term. Yeah, so I think just still looking okay as long as price holding support at this 305 over here. The next one is Nextera Energy, NEE. So Nextera, this one is looking a bit weaker. So this one, yeah, back at the retest of this support level at $60 with higher lows along the way recently. So yeah, I would expect price to possibly break down below this level, maybe continue its downtrend to retest this 65. This is around 65.80 level over here. Yeah. The next support level below could be around 63, around 63 plus. So I think overall a bit of a range bound consolidation. But if it breaks below this 68, we could see continuation of the downtrend. And for RGTI is Rigetti Computing. Rigetti, I think this one just moving sideways, so still resistance whenever it comes to like high 14s to 15. Support around here still holding around 10, 10.7 to 11, so just moving sideways. I think nothing much for now. Volume also declining over time. So we're just slightly moving sideways. If there's a breakdown below like this $10 level, then maybe we could see some downside towards like back to this, let's go to $7 swing low. Yeah. But if not, just moving sideways. And for Lulu, Lululemon, this one, I think originally it was looking okay. There's a range bound higher. And since previously, I think over here, since break over 390, it was moving sideways. But then there's some weakness at the end of this week, which I don't really like. So this 390, then there was this large body break candle with increased volume as well. Back to retest the support, 367. So I think this one, if it breaks below this level, I think we could expect some further weakness ahead, given that there's a gap below. There's around 350. It could test maybe like 350 again to fill out this gap. Yeah, so that's for Lululemon. Yeah. So range bound, but some weakness end of last. Okay, next one is some counters on TLT, Celsius, Slum Research, Adobe. So for TLT, this one I think looks like just a bit of a sideways movement, but overall still some higher lows being formed and higher highs. So this one, I think as long as this $87 level is able to hold, then perhaps price could still move higher. If it can break over 90, the next recent level is around close to 92 for TLT. So a bit of a sideways, um, but some higher lows along the way. Maybe this, yeah, since this one is the inverse of the 20-year treasury yield, this one, let me just take a look at the 20-year bond yield. Yeah, this one still holding above the trend line support. So but we have witnessed recently since below 4.9 over here, they extend to breakout extend to resistance and continue from lower highs on lower lows as well. So this one, if there's a breakdown below 4.7 over here, then perhaps TLT could see a bounce. Yeah. So this one a bit of weakness for the U. So I'm thinking TLT could move uh still likely to move a bit higher. For Celsius, yeah, Celsius, I think this one still looking quite weak since the breakdown of 25 over here just moving down and uh still no signs of any reversal yet. So 24 is still likely to be resistance. And some support could be around 20.5, which was a previous support level. I think it was back in 2022. Yeah. And then another support level that was maybe like 1770 over here. So I think for Celsius still quite weak for now. And then for Lum Research, I think I'm still positive on it. So this one $79 here, resistance still holding as support. And then last week, movement just a bit sideways. So as long can hold over 79, I think it's still okay. Then resistance still at 86 over here. Yeah. Yeah, so just moving sideways until you can break on 86. Yeah, so just sideways for now. I think. Then for Adobe, this one I think is looking better since the price recovering above 430 breakdown level held as support. And then last week we had a break above this consolidation resistance of 450 about there. So I think for now, if it does, for now, as we can see, it's usually higher highs, higher lows. You can retest like this recent breakout level at 450 to support. I think we could maybe still see a bit of a rebound ahead. So next risky resistance still around 480, I think. Previously, this was like a swing low support level, and this level is close to like this gap down area over here previously. Yeah, so a bit of a slight recovery for Adobe right now. Okay, next question is on Enphase, Pepsi, United Health and Palo Alto. For Enphase, I think this one just still moving sideways. The key support over here with like around close to 60 is still holding. But price is still remaining under this 66 level, which price tried to break above of over here. Then this was like a support previously down, still acting as resistance. So I think just maybe still moving sideways between 60 to 66 for now. Yeah, for end phase. Then for Pepsi, I think this one I think still rather weak. So price is still holding a support 143, but very low highs over here, some very low kind of rebound, 147, some resistance. So this one, I think if there's a break below, I think we could still see lower lows, given that it's currently the downtrend over here for Pepsi. Next support level could bring it close to 139. Previously, this was a level, and afterwards it's around close to 136. And then for United Health, I think this one just still very sideways. But I think if you can hold like 420, you will still be okay. Given that still higher lows along the way over here, then a bit of a consolidation. So probably between 520 to 548 right now. So yeah, if you can hold a higher low should be still okay for now. Next key result outwards be above 540 is around 567 over here. Previously, this was strong support and resistance level. The next question is on Palo Alto. I think this one is looking actually still quite bullish because since over here the retest of resistance at 193, a bit of retest of previous support breakdown turn resistance, but then higher swing low was formed and price again tried to attempt this resistance. And after the results, I think over here there's price is still maintaining at this support with then close above 197 for the week. I think still we can still see signs of strength over here. Higher lows on the way, 191 still holding as support. So I would think price could possibly still go higher to try and retest this 205 resistance level. Then see whether it can form a higher low at 197 over here again. Yeah. So that's for Palo Alto. I think still looking okay as long as it forms still holding higher lows. Okay, hi Ed. Your contacts Google, Tesla, ARM, and TSM. Okay, I'll talk about ARM since I haven't covered it just now. Okay, for ARM, I think this one is a bit of a range bound for now. So resistance is around 170 over here. This gap down opening price, and over here we tested also a resistance. Support for now is around 154. This previous swing high over here is a swing low. So just step between this range for now. Yeah, I think for now just over here. Then there could be a trend line resistance over here as well. So let's see if can break above this level, then there could be some strength that comes in. But I think for now, maybe still some sideways for now. The next questions is on GE Healthcare and RTX. Okay, for GE Aerospace, I think this one I'm still positive. So yeah, previously the previous recent 194 still holding a support. Then afterwards, you can see higher lows build up along the way. Still very nice and testing a recent 207. And with that, I think yeah, still holding very strong above the 5 and 10 day MAs. So I think with that, we could maybe see a breakout or yeah, to try and do a breakout over 207. The next question I'll talk about is GE Healthcare. This also looking good after I think earnings kept up above this range consolidation between 86 to $90 and we tested the swing high 94. Yeah, so I think this one a bit of a slight retracement after testing the resistance, which is normal. Then as long as it can hold above this breakout of 89, I think it should be still okay. Yeah, so maybe perhaps a bit of a range consolidation for now, but yeah, if you can break again $94, I think it will be still quite good. And this is since there's a key resistance. Okay, then for RTX, this one, yeah, not very good. The so it was consolidating sideways, break below 237, this range consolidation, and then broke below this 124 support level as well, back to this 121 level, this gap and resistance. So over here, there could be a slight bounce, but I will expect price to still be quite weak. 124 slightly to be resistant. Then I will expect a bit of a still continuation of the lower highs afterwards. Yeah, given that it just broke down this consolidation recently. Yeah. So that's for RTX. Okay, next one is on Palantir, Salesforce and SoFi. So Palantir, I think, yeah, this one still very strong trend, I think. So last week was around here, price just moving sideways, but 110 still holding as support. Then resistance about 117. But you can see price is after the results get up, right? You can still see price is still holding along 5-day MA. So that's very strong. And 10 MA also coming up soon. I think that price could see another leg up, given that the 5-day MA, the 10-day MA is coming close to the 5-day MA. Then if there's a double confluence over here, then that could lead the price to go higher, given that it's a very strong uptrend. So I'm still positive on this. Yeah. Then for Salesforce, this one is just very range bound, still holding key support at 315, but some weakness is when there's a breakdown below 330 here, price is still holding as a resistance. So maybe it's just a bit of range bound, 315 to 330 for now. Yeah. Then for SoFi, this one also range bound. This one still holding 14.8 support then, but some resistance is here around 16.7. So I think still range for now around here. Yeah. Okay, hi Boo, your counters MSTI, SMCI. Okay, I'll talk about MSTI. SMCI, I talked about it earlier. MSTR, I think this one very flat nowadays. Just since breaking below this trendline support price, just moving sideways. We can still see some support around 310 over here. Which was this swing low as well. Resistance, there's a lot of resistance around 347 to 355 this area. So for now, I think I will still expect some range bound kind of price action now. I think, yeah, this one since this one tends to follow kind of what Bitcoin does. And Bitcoin is also just range bound, very much range bound for last week. So I think for now, still could be still very sideways. Okay, then there's a question on Dell, AMD, and Nvidia. Dell, AMD, and Nvidia, I talked about it earlier. For Dell, this one I think is a bit interesting because over here, this was like the 110 was like a support level over here. There was a breakdown. Then recently we can see price started to try to reclaim this level. A bit of a sideways pattern. Positive thing is also still holding above 107 over here, higher low. And then Friday increased volume above this trend line resistance as well. So I think I'm still a bit more bullish bias on this. I do think price could still go a bit higher to test the next resistance around close to 120 over here, this swing high, and this horizontal resistance level next. Yeah. But as long as can sustain this try to sustain this breakout over this downtrend resistance, I will still expect a bit of upside still for now for them. Okay, next question is on Lockheed Martin. LMT, this one, I think overall we can still see some weakness with the increased selling volume. It's back at previously this was like a support resistance level 425. So maybe here, let's see whether they can hold a bit of a support over here, but I do think will be still quite 420, 125 over here. There's some strong resistance, previous resistance that could as a bit of support. So yeah, could bounce a little bit from this area, but I will still expect weakness given that overall it's a very downtrend. Yeah. Then resistance will be around like 430, 434, 435 this level over here. Okay, hi David, your counters are Baba. Okay, for Alibaba, I think this one, yeah, just very strong. Price is above 170, 118 over here. So I think this one, if can hold above 170, 118, then I think we could still maybe see a bit more upside. Next resistance level is around 133. This swing high over here. This level 133, 134. Yeah, I think for Alibaba, I saw someone post a chart which I thought was quite interesting as well. If you look at the weekly time frame, right, we know that Alibaba is a very range bound counter over these many years. So yeah, the chart was saying that at 170, 118, you can see a lot of resistance previously here, here, but this time it's trying to break above it. So that could get interesting. You can sustain above this level. Maybe I think we could still see higher highs to come now, which are could be quite significant given that it's in a very long term consolidation. Yeah, so I thought it was quite interesting for Alibaba. So let's keep a lookout for this company. Okay, then next question is on Coinbase. I think for Coinbase, this one just still very range bound. Support 264, resistance on 300s. So I think might still be continuing on for here unless we see a break up or breakdown below 265. The next support level will be around like 146, and above 310. Resistance could come around like 333 about that. So I think this one's still range bound unless unless there's a breakout. And next one is ETHA, which is the iShares Ethereum Trust. Okay, for this, I think it's overall still in the pullback channel over here, a bit of sideways movement recently. So I think maybe still continue a bit of sideways. This one below, like now it's between 19.3 to about 21.8. So below 19.3, next key support will be this strong support level around $18, close to $18. Some resistance could come around 20, close to 22.70, 22.80, which is this swing low support. Then there's a gap down below it. This is the channel resistance. So maybe a bit of a sideways kind of movement. The next one is Big Bear AI. So BBAI, this one, yeah, this one actually hit a bit of resistance level 10.4, which was this swing high level. So a bit of a slight retracement, but still maintaining some higher lows along the way. So I think this one likely very momentum based. Still below 5-day MA as well. So some support. Now, if it does test the 10-day MA, will be around 7.75, this swing low level as well. So maybe a bit of a sideways consolidation first. Then if you can sustain higher low, then maybe there could still be a continuation to the uptrend. Let's see. Above 10.4, next key resistance, I feel it probably around 11.6. Based on previously this level over here, this swing high level. Okay, next one is Robinhood. Robinhood. I think this one's still very nice. After generally uptrend counter after earnings to get up and hold just to there was an inside candle on Friday. So I think for now, maybe a bit of a sideways consolidation, but if you can break out like 66, I think would likely still continue the uptrend. Yeah, for Robin. Yeah, let me see. Above 66, what could be the next key resistance? It could be around 70, which was this closing price of the spike. Then afterwards, I think not much resistance up. It's towards 85. Yeah, so this one also could be quite interesting. Yeah, so for Robin. Okay, then next one, DJT, Trump Media. For Trump Media, nothing too much for now, just sideways and volume is back to lows as well. So I think just maybe between 29 to 33 for now, just moving sideways. Okay, next one is on Teladoc as well as GameStop. For Teladoc, I think this one still positive. Price pullback to retest this previous resistance 12.3. still holding as support. So during the pullback, there was lower volume, but then when the bullish momentum came back, we can see increased volume as well. So I think this one overall still very strong. We could still see higher highs ahead. A bit of a resistance when we tested 14.7 on Friday, but still some indecision lah. So if you can break above it start of this week, I think we could still see maybe higher highs towards test of this 15 around 1590 resistance. And afterwards could be around this gap down over here around 16.8. Yeah, so that's for Teladoc. Okay, next one, GameStop. Okay, GameStop, this one, I think uh I think it's a bit of range bound. Since some resistance is around here 2880, but then support is around 2580, this level. Yeah, so could be still moving in the range over here, I feel. Okay, next one, SMIC and SURF. SMIC. Okay, SMIC 981. This one, I think, overall, very strong. Some positive signs that previous all-time high around 44.50. Price is maintaining a bullish flag above it. So that's still positive. As long as can hold this 44 level, I think price could still make a higher high ahead lah. So still very strong bullish momentum this one. So just a bit of a bullish flag consolidation. See whether I can break above 49 next one. Then for Surf Robotics, okay, this one I think yeah, the Friday we had this gap down over here, high volume. So for now, this range bound, this support 15 around $16 over here could act as a bit of resistance. Still, yeah, I think for now maybe also, yeah, maybe if we break below like 12.7, then could test like lower support levels close to like 1080. This swing low over here, this previous swing high resistance as well. So yeah, this one I think this with quite a momentum based. So this one after a huge gap down, could see maybe slumps like goodness. Okay, next one is iBio and REITs. iBio, some of the volume is quite low. So, but in terms of price action, it's not bad. Above 3.15 breakout. Then consolidating sideways. As long as hold this support level with this recent higher lows, I think should be still okay for now. Yeah. And then next one above 3.7, next key resistance. I think probably not much resistance until this previous swing high here, close to $5. Yes. Yeah, so that's for iBio. And for REITs, REITs. I think it's a OTC counter. Also very low volume. Yeah, so I'm not sure whether this one can use TA to be accurate. But 99 cents breakout, we test still holding as support. So a bit of range bound for now. A reason around $1.34. So if you can break above this range consolidation, next recent level could be close to like 152 about here. So that's for REITs. Okay, next question is on Twilio, then Flowers, Melco, and Teva. Twilio, okay, this one after the earnings was a gap down. Overall, it's an uptrend. So I think still 1, 2, 3 could be a support level based on the past. So let's see whether it could do a bit of a bounce, but I will expect some resistance now. Around between 132, this opening price to like 135 for the time being. Next, the stronger support level would be if it does come back to test this 115 range consolidation previously, then I think here will likely bounce off from here. So I think for now, just need to wait to do its own things first since it just kept down after the links. Okay, next one is Flowers. Flowers, this one I think just still range consolidation, again testing recent 9.1. So could still see a bit of a bit of a pullback over here. Some support now will be around 8.4. If you can hold a higher low, then there could be a chance of it to go higher. Next resistance would be like 9.7, this level, then followed by this is 10.3, 10.4. Yeah. Then Melco, for Melco Resort, this one I think it's for now sideways consolidation. 5.4 supported compared to resistance 6.4 about there. So could still face some resistance like over here. There's some resistance. So I think maybe a bit of slight pullback again to continue range trading. Okay, then for Teva, this one just still moving downwards slowly after the earnings gap down back to test this support. 8.3 might hold a bit for over here, but we'll expect resistance to come from the recent breakdowns, right? It's 16.8, 16.9. Yeah, so maybe some consolidation. If it can't hold, then maybe it could test some lower support levels again, could be this horizontal level close to 15.8 for Teva, since still drifting downwards for now. Okay, hi Sharon, your comment. Okay, DJD I covered just now VKTX. I will talk about it. VKTX. Okay, that one I talked about it just now. Okay, then your question is Tesla in a downward trend now? Yeah, Tesla is a downwards. For now, it's a downwards trend. Yeah, Viking Therapeutics is one. I think overall still some weakness. Price is below 30.5 this support level, this range consolidation level, doing a retest. So yeah, could still see a bit of resistance over here for now. Next support level below, I think be like could be 25.50 over here for Viking. Yeah, for Tesla, yeah, overall downwards channel over here for me. Yeah, so I think even if a rebound, then likely to still face lower high resistance, I feel. Okay, hi Raymond, your counter is XLV. So XLV is this Spider Healthcare Fund. Okay, this one I think I feel the big picture wise is be a bit of a head and shoulders kind of thing. So like this could be like a left shoulder, then you have the oops. Then you have the bit of a head over here. Then over here you might have a bit of a right shoulder forming a bit over here lah. So come back now it's around at this resistance. So 147 here consolidating sideways. I think we could see a bit of a slight weakness over here, a bit of a pullback to sort of retest this support level again, like 142 about there. So I will expect some slight weakness. Okay, I'll just take like around maybe two more questions since about 9:15. Sorry, I can't take all because of time constraints. Uh, it's a question. Hi, Zay. Any thoughts on iron, NBIS blocks, and PayPal? Okay, for iron limited, uh, I think this one still looks very overall very range bound. Strong resistance at 15.3. Recently coming back up to test this lower resistance around here, 13.6. So I think we could see some, I think over here still some reason could hold by. If you can hold a bit of a flag pattern or higher low build up, then there could be a chance of it moving higher. But for now, still, I think could still move a bit sideways at this resistance zone. Yeah. And NBIS is the Nebius group. NBIS. Okay, this one is be trying to break above the resistance 38 around here. So if you can hold above this level, then I think it could do a bit of a further move upwards towards the next resistance area, like closer to 53, 50, yeah, over here. Yeah. Okay, then for blocks, yeah, this one I think is a range bound between 82 to 92, but tested the support a few times for now. So I think if it breaks again below, then there could be some weakness, maybe towards like 74 to 77 this area. Yeah, so needs to see. Then also, I think earnings coming soon. Let's see. I think that will probably move the stock more for now in the chart. Okay, then for PayPal, I think this one still doing some bounce at the support against 76, a bit of rebound, but I would expect some weakness. Yeah, since the recently just break below 82 on high volume after the earnings, then some reasons could be over here around close to $80 this level. Yeah, so maybe just a bit of sideways consolidation for the time being for PayPal. Okay. Yeah, I see there's one counter, I think, by Chris plus AI. I think this one is quite popular nowadays. I'll talk about it as well. So this one I think is a very nice chart. So yeah, this one break out above the resistance of 76 and still moving new highs. So I think overall still very strong momentum. This one likely to still move higher. So when I look at this counter, I think like a reminder of a counter called Reddit. So previously I was so Reddit previously was something similar. So over here, like tested the resistance at 74, 75 over here a few times. Afterwards, then it continue to move higher. So yeah, just a bit of a memory. Yeah, so that's what I think, yeah, for campus AI. So yeah, let's see. I think as long as price remains over 77, it does do a back test. I think could be still moving higher highs ahead. Okay, I think I will end the session today. Apologies, I can't answer all the questions in period of time. So sorry about that. But feel free to post. You can feel free to post your questions on the P3 community group on the TA community group. I will take it over there. So I'll just stop sharing my screen for now. Let me just share the survey link for today. Okay, so I put in the chat already. Feel free to fill up the survey form. You can leave a feedback about today's session on how I can improve your experience further. And thanks everyone for joining, attending the webinar today. I really appreciate it. and for all your questions as well. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, can feel free to post your questions on the P3 technical analysis group. I'll take it over there. Since I can't answer all the questions today. If you're new, can feel free to download the app using the link over there. And can feel free to follow the Poems TA Telegram group as well at Poems TA if you are new. I'll post like TA content over there as well lah. So I think that's all for today. Yeah, so there's no training tonight. Just think, okay, everyone can have a early rest tonight. Then I see you all again for the next session. There will be no session for next week, so I'll see you all guys in March. So have safe trading ahead, and I wish everyone good luck. And yeah, just take care of, and see you all again. Bye bye. Thank you.